I love cooking with chilies and with peppers. I like to put them in casseroles and in enchiladas and in soups and in stews. And I love to have a few roasted chilies on hand at all times in order to just quickly throw together a weeknight meal. And my favorite way to char them and roast them is to do it on the grill. Though when weather is not being friendly, you can always turn on your broiler or just put them directly onto a gas flame on your stove. The only disadvantage to using a gas stove is that there's only so much space on it and you have to run all your burners at once to do a whole bunch of them. So I like to use the grill. Make sure your grill's smoking hot and just plop them whole right onto the grate. I've got a red bell pepper here, I've got a poblano chili right here, and then these are long green chili peppers. Sometimes they're called Anaheims, and they've all got varying degrees of heat. This is very sweet, and these are a little bit spicier. And you want to go ahead and leave them on there until the skin starts to char on one side. And you don't want to walk away, because if you walk away, you could actually end up charring the flesh of the chili, and you really just want to char the skin of the chili. When the chilies are charred on all sides and the skin appears to be peeling away, drop them into a paper bag, just like this. This one's going to need a little more time. Close it up, roll it up, so that the steam can steam the skins the rest of the way away from the chili's flesh. This will take 10 minutes. Just let it sit over there and wait. Once your chilies have steamed in the paper bag and the skins have loosened, it's time to peel them. I'm just going to tear this open so you can see it. And it's a good idea if you're going to peel a bunch of chilies to wear gloves. Just get some over-the-counter latex gloves. Don't get the kind that are covered in powder, because then you'll have that weird powder in your food and you don't want that. So just slap on a pair of gloves and get to peeling. And the skins, should come off fairly easily. You can see right here, it's a little bit of a messy job, but if you do a whole bunch of them at a time, then you kind of save yourself some time and save yourself having to clean up a mess every time you want some chilies. Once you've peeled the chilies, you want to seed them. I like to just cut down the center, and depending on if you want, whole chilies, you're going to have to be really careful, but I'm just going to use these in a casserole, and so I'm going to end up cutting them into strips. So I'm just going to cut out the stem end and some of the ribs that hold the seeds and discard those, and just wipe away any extra seeds. If you're really having trouble getting rid of the seeds, you can run them under cold water really quickly, but some people think that that makes them lose some of their flavor. The jury's still out on that one, but do what you like. And then to keep chilies in the freezer, what I like to do is just sort of cut them up into slices or even a dice, just like this. Sometimes they're a little slippery when you're wearing gloves. And I just scoop all my chilies into a freezer bag and label them and pop them in the freezer. And then I have chilies whenever I want them, and you can portion them out if you want to do 1 cup servings in little sandwich bags and put them all in a big bag. That way when you know you need a cup of green chilies that are roasted, just pull it out of the freezer, throw it into your dish. It's that easy.